Jesus freak here. You know, it's almost clever. Almost. The Republicans in Congress have actually put the Democrats in a bind. They're forcing them to make a choice that's going to either hurt one group of their constituents or hurt another. Never mind that a lot of Republicans who are in the same boat are going to be hurt. A lot of these Republican congressmen's constituents are going to get hurt too. But it's been a long-held meme that only the them, generally meaning minorities and people unwilling to work, but perfectly able and minded body, receive these various benefits. And that some them, usually black women, are scamming the system. This is an old canard. It's older than I am. Ronald Reagan campaigned on it. But it hurts people. Now, I'm somewhat insulated. I'm not going to get hit as hard as other people are likely to. First of all, because I'd already stocked up my pantry. Second of all, because I can just devote money that I've been using to keep myself a month ahead of my power bill. And because I already rely somewhat on cash benefits, which, as far as I know, are still holding in there. So, while not getting food stamps hit me, it's not going to hit me as hard as it might hit someone who relies more completely on them and who has less other sources of money to pay for food with. It's still going to hurt. And it's a time of year that it's going to hurt even more. The ACA thing, Obamacare thing, that's not going to hit me because I rely on Medicaid. But I'm not going to be that fool who says, look, take the deal and get the government open again and screw those people on ACA. That would be the unchristian thing to do. Because then I'm putting myself ahead of probably millions of other people. Can't say the thought hasn't crossed my mind. And honestly, who's to say that they're going to bring any of it back afterwards rather than say, oh, we never meant to fund either one of them, actually. But here's the thing. Like I said, this is the trolley paradox. Do you hold the line and screw over the roughly 15% of us on food stamps? Or do you cave and screw the I don't know how many millions of people are relying on the ACA subsidies? People are gonna get hurt. And it's not a matter of them being just lazy, shiftless, or un American. Honestly, that shouldn't matter. If you call yourself, well, a lot of people, a lot of people talk about how Christian they are, but when the rubber meets the road, just don't mean anything more to them than a symbol they can use, a weapon they can use against the them. The same way they treat the Constitution. It's just something they can use against the them. And, if it if it's coming back to roost, if it's coming back to bite them, they don't care. Right now, what I'm running into is the ordinary issue of running out of money at the end of the month. Because people run out of money before the paycheck comes. But that's not saying that I'm not going to get hit. See, a lot of conservatives think that we're just a bunch of spendthrifts. That may be projection. A lot of them are, a lot of, if you're really rich to the point you have FU money, as they say, if you're so rich that money doesn't matter to you, you spend it willy-nilly, because who cares? But it's the poor people who have no concept of money and no idea how to manage it. I mean, yeah, there are people who are in hock up to their eyeballs because they don't know how to manage their money. Most of them are people who've gone up or down the social mobility ladder. I've been broke most of my life. I can handle it a bit better than a lot of people I know. Can't say it doesn't hurt. Can't say I wouldn't like a little treat once in a while, and I do treat myself sometimes. And that sticks in a lot of people's craw. You shouldn't have nice things, you're too poor. I mean, it's an anesthetic, really. It's to blunt the pain of living in this reality. I can tell you, if I get out of this, I'm going to probably be splurging not on, you know, junk necessarily, but when when you get used to food insecurity, you're probably going to stock up when you have the opportunity. And I do that. I suspected something was coming. I didn't know what, but I did buy a lot of non perishables this month. I'm glad I did. It's like I was hoping that some of them would be more useful to others, but I might have to rely on them myself. But I can deal. I've dealt before. They say the craziest among us have the best insight. Well, unless you're talking about, actual crazy people, as opposed to people just a bit loco in the cabeza. Jesus, freak out.